Right now, guys, we're going to take a look about some aspects about the crossbody. That's something that really is going to change your game, because I have seen so many people worry too much about how you're going to grab, how you're going to hold, how you take advantage about that. But in fact, they forgot the most important aspect. That's how you're going to keep the guy on the ground, how you're going to control his body without spending so much energy, without spending so much muscles. And that's what it's about we are doing here. Because as much as you hold the guy tight, as less as you have the weapons to see what's going on, to see how you take advantage for the space that he's giving to open. So as much as you create a distance to look what's going on, make it easier for you to get for the arm, to get for the choke, to get for many things, also knee in the belly, also mount. And that's what is about the jiu-jitsu that I believe. So basically, what don't make difference for me when I'm training with gi and no gi is because I don't worry too much about how I'm gonna grab him. I don't worry too much how tight I'm gonna be on him, try to stabilize my weight, because that's not the point. I don't hold him that hard. It's not the point. My idea is everything involved about my hips be connected to his hips. Because take a look at this. Chris is here. He has his hand. I have so many options here. I have so many options to go for the side. But look, if I just connect him here, look how far is my hips from him. My weight is not on him, especially because I keep my knees on the ground. That's one of the principal things that you have to know. When you are playing for the side body, your hips cannot be far from him. Your hip has to be tight on him, and also your knee has to be up, because he has to feel your weight. If you weigh 180, you have to look like you weigh 220. And that's our goal, that's our principle about the crossbody. The first thing here, my hips has to be connected with his hips all the time. I never miss the connect unless I already have some submission and some lock tight. So the first principle here is my hips. My hips is always on his hips. And my hand, I just relax on the ground. So no matter for which side he's gonna move, start to move Chris a little bit, I'm always connected, spin around it, let's see, look my hips. I don't miss that. That's the most important thing. And look, where's my legs? I'm not touching the ground. I'm just here. Look, Chris. I can also play around, look. Because my hips is on him. I don't miss the contact. Even if when I switch for the side mount, for all the things that I want, my hips is always on him. That's what gives my hands an option to see what the place that I want. So as soon as I pass the guy's guard and I reach here, I immediately connect this part of the hips on him. Boom. That's the first thing. And now I can plan what I'm going to do with the hand, if he give me the option. Like for example, as soon as he gives me something, now I can release the pressure in the knee, in the hips, because now I have a good grip. And that's what it's about. I just let it go if I get something better. If I don't get something better, I don't start to go for that. And that's the basic principle that's going to change all your concept about the distribution of the weight here. And also, if you are on one side, he's totally locked, you have to be able to switch. But you don't switch, jump to the other side, because you see how I create a space. You switch like from the beginning. Side, connect, up. Side, connect, up. That's the way that you're going to develop your game. And that's a very good drill for you to start to do it with your partner, and don't feel that you need too much hold. You're just going to keep laying on him and try to take advantage just to use your body. And that's what it's about. Hips connecting his hips. So even if when the guy is strong, when the guy is desperate to escape from the bottom, you want to stay connecting the hips. You don't want to rush to grab him, to hold him, because then you're gonna lose the pressure here. So even if I'm here, look, I'm perfect connect. I also can use my elbow to block his hips, to keep the connect of my hips. And look, I just stay here. Even if he start to bump side, look, I always stay here. Look, the pressure. Keep going. I'm always connect. And I don't need to use my hands to do that. Even if he push me, look, I'm still connect. And the only thing that I can do, keep going, I just can switch. But I'm still connect to him, and I'm open all the spaces that I need to go for the locks, to go for the mount, to go for the knee in the belly, and that's what I want. So, keep pushing me, Chris. Look my elbow. My elbow's always blocking him too. But I don't use my hands. I don't must. Look the difference now. As soon as you do it. Keep moving, scoop the hip. Look if I do this. I create the space for that. That's what I don't want to happen. I want to make sure that the hips is always flat and he's not even moved. He just can push me, but his hip is not going to turn. If I release for just a second the hips, that's when the guy has the most problem. And everybody try to compensate here instead of compensate here. That's what makes the whole difference in your entire game. Now that you have the body block, we have to start to work on some submission, some advanced thing that is very easy and very effective when you know what's going on here. But what happened, everybody is learning, everybody being passed in a way that nowadays is hard for you to get because everybody's learning, everybody's getting better. So sometimes it's hard for you to go to the point without create some resistance for the guy, without have to smash some guy. And another thing, you don't want to hurt your partner. You want to make the submission as smooth as you can. Of course, in the tournaments, we have to be a little bit more aggressive than usual, but it's not the goal. It's not our goal. First of all, we want to get safe in the position. So, in the past, in the beginning, everybody was taking this stroke that we go under the arm, you hold the collar, you go dipping in the collar, and then you squeeze that. But take a look. Nowadays, everybody knows about that. So it's really hard for you to go for that. Because as soon as you approach the first hand, the guy in the bottom already knows where you're going. He's waiting for that. So as soon as you go here, he's already ready to defend. So you don't have the momentum for that. You don't have the time for go for that. That's why we have to figure out what is the principle, what is the point that make the choke successful. Because even if the most silly move, the most silly technique has a point that if you do right, it's going to be the point that's going to make it effective for you. That's what I want to talk about now. So example, we are here, we are watching here, his block, like I said, we are not pushing him too hard, we are not holding him too hard. And for some reason, I'm going to start to go for the submission. My hand instead go here. Listen to me. You don't need go here to make sure that he is not going to turn. You can go just for the elbow. The elbow control because your hips is already been blocked. So I'm just here. I'm just here. I don't need go to his elbow. I just need to lock my hand. My hand is just here. Just make a block. And now I can move my hips out. Why? Because my elbow is make the job of the hips. I keep connecting here. That's why I don't have problem to move my hips a little bit. That's what you have to understand. The hip has to be blocked no matter what. When I do this, I miss the connect of the hips. That's why it's not good. So I put the first hand here. And now the most important thing. Even if I'm blocking him good, I'm in the right spot, I try to do this. Look, the other hand too, Chris. Yes. I just gonna get if I was smashing him, but I don't want that to happen. I don't want to do this thing. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna try to put my hand under his head. No, don't go, don't, yes. And he block. That's the react that I expect from him. He don't let me do it. Because now look, what guarantee the position be successful is the elbow on the ground. The elbow has to be here. I'm just going to slide my hand to here. And now what I'm going to have, I'm going to raise the elbow and make a circle with my elbow. I raise his elbow here, and look, try to defend, Chris. That's when he tap. What makes successful the position is I start with my elbow on the ground. I cannot start from top. the hand and the collar is the last thing you want instead the first. You are starting from the end. You don't want that. You want to start from the beginning, for the issue that is blocking. Because what is blocking here is not the hand and the collar. What is blocking yourself is the hand and the elbow. That's what is blocking. So we have to figure about this, not about the hand. The hand is just a detail, and my hand here is blocking him. So I start here. Look. So he's react. Look, he's giving me that here, and I don't want to go deep because I don't want to push his throw. I don't want that. That's not what I want to hurt him. I just want to make a safe grip and just go slide. The slide is that gonna make the choke successful. It's not how I gonna smash his throw. It's not like that. So what I want to hear, as much as I make the circle, I pull a little bit his arm to make sure he's not gonna turn. And also my arm here is blocked a lot on his hips. That's why it's guaranteed that he's not gonna turn. So I start from here, the hand, here, and complete the choke. Sometimes you have the feeling that the guy can bump a little bit to the side, or if the guy can move, but in fact he can't, because my arm is blocking his hips, and even if he try to bump, Chris, I'm still on him, look. I'm still blocking him. And that's why it makes it easy for me to start acting here and go for the choke. And also you can think that he can block it here, he start to blocking the hand on the here, but look, if he block like this, make it easy for me, go for a different thing, you know? He start to block, Chris. Yeah. He opened for the knee in the belly. The idea is, every time you have something, we have to be playing something else, because that's about the game. I lock, he defends himself, I switch. But I must have always the right issue of where I have to should go. So if you want for this kind of choke, make sure that your elbow is on the ground before you reach the collar. Now take a look at this, because it's one of my favorite choke, and it's very easy to do, it's very effective. But the guys are a little bit confused about how to go for that and what you have to waiting for. And remember, we are always fighting and training against somebody, so we have to wait for the momentum from there. At all the position, all the situations, all the submission, there is a momentum. If you don't take for that, you have to switch for somebody, for thing else. That's what is about this choke. So basically, I'm in my spot here, I'm with him here. You can be side, you can be front, you see, but very comfortable, very relaxed in the position. And I'm gonna put my tongue on his collar, okay? The tongue goes to the collar. And my idea here, in fact, is giving him some space. I wanna give him some space. So I'm gonna release the pressure in my hips a little bit to make he scoop the hips, yes. That's what, I just can get this submission if he turns to try to escape. Because what's gonna happen now, I'm gonna trap his elbow, but you don't trap like if you wanna pull the elbow for you, no. You just hold the elbow, and you're gonna drive your body to his hips to keep the connect. Now can you still keep moving, Chris? No. He's locked. He's completely locked. The most of the guys do the position from here. That's why it's not effective, because the guy can still keep moving. Yes. And so you lost the issue of the position. So my idea here, as soon as I lock his arm, I drive my head to his hips. And now what I get here is a perfect slide for my leg, just to approach on his head. And what's gonna happen now, I'm just gonna pull my arm and just bend my knee a little bit and create space for the choke. This is very effective, and the guy has no time, there is no chance for move back. That's why it's very important the hold on his elbow, because once I trap his elbow here and I lock my head here, there is no way him for move back. Move back, Chris. And see, I'm not even using my power, I'm just using my body. My body is helping to keep his elbow here. That's why I make it easier for me. Okay? Let's see for a different view. Is it here, Chris? Yes. So I'm here. The first thing, I'm with my, look, I'm always connect my hips. Look how I'm spread on him. I don't hold him, I'm just here. And remember, a lot of people say, hey, keep your chest in the chest to guarantee that you protect and guarantee that you have your weight. No, chest in the chest don't guarantee because he still can move his hips. And it's not a, that's why you put your chest and when you feel that you are uncomfortable, you grab and you try to keep it as tight as you can. But that's not our goal. Our goal is work with the hips. That's our goal. We get connect the hips to get the hands to do whatever we want. If he moves, I move. That's my guarantee that he's not going to escape. So I'm going to, over here a little bit, Chris. I'm going to put my hand. I don't want to go deep. A lot of people have the feeling that as much as you go deep, as much as you get a good choke, but it's not. Because that's about how we're going to drive the situation. So I just make a comfortable grip here. Okay? Put my elbow, look my elbow. My elbow is down. Everybody do like this. He's just going to slide the hand. No, the other hand, Chris, please. Under my arm. Yes. And going to lock. I don't want it to happen. So that's why my elbow is always down. Don't give space for him. And now I'm going to let him move. Look. Look, he move. I trap. Look my arm. Trap. Trap his arm. And my head goes down. And now it's the easiest part. Just pass the hand. Look how tight is on his neck. You don't even can move back. Now he's going to try to shake, to try to move a little bit, to release. And I just start to pull and guarantee the choke of that. So make sure, even if you don't have a good base here, make sure that your hips block. And as soon as you find a space, if he is tight here like this, protect. Of course you're not going to go for this kind of sweep because he's blocking. He's blocking the choke. So there's no reason. So you have to figure out and watch what you have. Look how high is his elbow. Then it's time to go something else. Maybe a knee in the belly, maybe go for a kimura, maybe go for something else. But for go for this kind of submission, you have to make sure that sometimes he's trying to push you here. That's the time you go there. Sometimes you are going here, he's defending there, and then you go here. You have to wait for the momentum to get there. And then you release the pressure, let him get the feeling that he's going to escape. You see how I just head down to the side, just pass a little bit, and go. If he here for some reason, move back, forget about it. You're just going to spend so much energy and not going to happen. So as soon as he stay in the side in the perfect position, that's the perfect connect right here. I'm just going to step over and pull a little bit without spending so much energy to pull. Now as you was talking about chokes, the most perfect combination with the chokes is the knee and the belly. But one more time, the people miss the issue. They are a little bit confused about how to put the knee in the belly, and that's why we're going to take a look about this, how to put the knee in the belly and how to keep. Because the people believe that the way that you put the knee in the belly, you guarantee that you're going to hold the guy. But like I said, my jiu-jitsu is not about hold. It's not about how you're going to grab the guy, how you're going to drive the guy. It's how you're going to put yourself in a situation to lock the body, to lock the side body. And that's what we're talking about. Like you said before, the most important thing is my hips be connected to him. If I miss the connect of the hips, I create this space for him to defend. To put here, or what happens if the most of the guy, when they try to put the knee in the belly, they try to jump. And look the space that he has to protect it here, to block that. I cannot this happen. I cannot let him drive the hand back. I cannot let him connect this, because that's when I miss the knee in the belly. The knee in the belly is a continuous position about the crossbody. You cannot miss that. You cannot break the connect here. It has to be one move. And the best thing to the knee in the belly is when you fake the choke. Because or the guy do this, or the guy do this. He cannot be in the both spot at the same time. And that's why it's so perfect to combine the choke and the knee in the belly. But let's take a look about how to put the knee in the belly. So I'm side here. If I move front, I create this space. Move this side, like here, look. I'm here. Everybody does this to put the knee. You create a space. I don't want to have this space. I want to be all the time connected to him, right here. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start to drive my body. You see, I'm not worried about him. The first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put the hand in the collar to make it kind of react about that. And now I'm going to make like I'm going to sit. And look how I still don't miss the connect. I'm still connect. Try to put your elbow in your knee. He can't. My body's in the middle. He doesn't have a way to do that. And that's how I'm going to slide, look. And the knee. I don't miss the connect anytime. I'm always connect with him. So in a real situation, I'm here, I fake, and the knee is already there. You don't miss the connect. You don't front the guy when you put the knee. Never. If you front, you give all the elements for him to block. Look how space. I cannot keep my hips tight on him when I front. When I front, even if I want, look, to keep the hips, I have to go too high. And there's no base here, just give a little bump. Yeah, and I'm off the balance. So my idea, everybody believes that the knee in the belly is here. How you hold the guy like this. No, it's not here. Your idea is the hips. I'm with the hips, his bump. We're back to that game. Here. That's the knee in the belly. I help with my elbow. I slide through. I'm gonna do just the movement of my hips for you. Take a look. How is that? Put the hand on the ground, Chris, for that to look. I'm here. Look, my hips. My hips is here. I act like I'm gonna sit on him, and I slide the leg. That's what the movement that my hips gonna do. Here, see this head in this point. I'm here. Look, you don't need to be side. You can be a little bit like this on him. You fake here, boom, he react. Look, almost I sit on him, and now I transfer for the leg. That's the most important thing. I don't miss any part of his body. I'm always here. I'm always here. Then I get the knee in the belly. In a real situation, we are here. I'm right there. I'm right with the knee in the belly. Perfect. You probably can be asking yourself, oh, but what about the knee? If the knee block against the knee in the belly, what about if the guy scoop the hips too much? The most of the problem that you usually have along all this year is gone. Because right now, I have my hips all the time connect to him. That's what I avoid. I'm with my body between his elbow and his knee. So even if he wants, keep going, Chris. Move it, go. Go. Let's spin a little bit more. That is no way. Because my body is between them. So that's why I have no risk. That's why all the time that I'm going to put the knee in the belly, I'm just going to start to go here. Put the knee, Chris. Put the knee. Put the knee. There is no knee. My knees first. Because I don't have a space between both. Okay? And another thing here about the knee in the belly, because you know, it's a very good position to get the knee in the belly. It's a very good spot to be because you can see everything here. You can see what's going on. But a lot of people don't keep the knee in the belly because they don't feel comfortable here. And you know why? Because they believe that the knee in the belly, you hold with grips, you hold like this, you hold like this, and they don't understand that all the power of the knee in the belly is how you put the knee. So basically, when I put the knee in the belly, I don't stay with my knee here. I don't stay with my knee here. I make with my knee a diagonal here. That's the knee in the belly. And you see how my hips is connect to him. I'm going to show for a different view, but I want to explain about that. Look how am I. I'm not here. I'm not so back. I'm here. I make a L. And look how diagonal am I. I have to face him. I have to see what's going on here. Because as much as he start to move, as much as create, like I said, it's about to be flat. And look how important is my feet. My feet cannot be on the ground. When I put my feet on the ground to put the knee, I put my weight here and here, and that's not good. That's why we try to compensate with the grips. But we don't need that. When you put the knee, I lock it here. And look how my hips work. Every time you hit bump, bump, my hips work. My hips always work. Choke, arm, everything. I have all the elements for everything I want. And also he has no space to put the hand here. Look, he try here, he's there. I just go for it. I just have more elements. And look how's my balance. That's the balance that I want. I don't want a this tie. I don't want a this. I'm too low here. That's the balance. That's why I'm in a diagonal position. I'm not like this. I don't see the game. Here, I can see the game. Look. And I block. And like I said, it's about block the hips. It's not about grip. It's not about trying to block the body. It's the hips. And also I'm loose here. So that's a very good workout for you guys. Just to let it go the hand. Let's gonna start to develop a whole new game. Let's gonna start to build our own base. And that's what the game, we play around this. Let's go, Chris, move. Yeah, so start to feel it. Where is your point? How you have to be. Start to work here, until you go to the mount. That's the game that you want to be better. That's how you want to build your own game from the knee and the belly. Everything in Jiu-Jitsu is about how we're going to progress, how we're going to get a better position, how we're going to get a better situation. And of course, our best position, the position that proves a lot of superiority, is when you go for the mount. But right now, like I said, we have a lot of different conceptions, and I hope you understand what's coming and try to accept and try to build your game and try to start to pay attention, because everything depends how the guy that we train with, how the guy we fight is going to react. But you have to pay attention about the concept that is involved about that. So basically, I believe in two ways of mounting position. The ways that I feel comfortable, the way I have been doing so many times over all this year. And that's the one I want to give to you to make sure that you want to understand what's going on. First of all, everybody, when I'm in the crossbody, they always say, oh, let's go for the side mount. Yeah, but you see here how close am I to him? I cannot be this close because it's really easy for him blocking me against the mount. And the most of the guy drive the body back, and so give a chance for the guy to block, give a chance for the guy to escape the hips. Yes, to create space. My goal, my first goal before I sit here side is make sure that his elbow is moved up. That's the first thing. And how I'm gonna do that? I'm gonna use, everybody try to do with the hand. They use the hand. No, you don't use the hand. Move here, Chris. You don't use the hand here. What you're gonna use is your own knee. Your knee is gonna, block his thigh. And like I said, we always have to fake something. So a good fake, you see how my hips still connect all the time. I don't miss this connect. So his thigh here, his protect, go to the choke. Look, you see how he react the knee? That's when I go. And now is the perfect time for me to sit. Move here, Chris. And look, I'm still too close to me. He can reach me. I don't have a good angle for go for the mount. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna scoop my hips back. Look the space that I create here. And he's not seeing what's going on here. I have plenty space here for go for the mount. That's why it's very comfortable for me. And what I just waited for my momentum, you play with him a little bit, play with his leg, play with the other. Make the things, make him be so much work, because now with his elbow up, he miss all the power. Bump, Chris. He don't bump. All his power is gone because the power is in the elbow when he's here. Look, now he can push me. Yeah, he can push me. I'm gonna move. But when the elbow is up, all the power is gone. And all my body, look, my body is on his chest. Connect here. So you play with him a little bit. Because everybody gets so excited for mount, and all of a sudden they try to mount and they miss that. So once you got the right spot, you are very comfortable to go for the situation. You are very comfortable to play around him. Let him get panic. When you feel a chance, look, just play around. Okay? And when you feel a chance, you just ready for the mount. You have to make sure that when you're in the right spot, the chance for the guy in the bottom to escape is minimal. And you are very comfortable to rest, to save a lot of energy, and to wait for the perfect time because you're in the right spot. And for the guy in the bottom to escape, he's gonna to pass through the hell to escape because he has to spend so much energy, so much thing to go for the escape. And you also just take your time, play with the legs, and go straight from the mount. One more thing here, guys. We are in the right spot. The way he cannot do nothing here is because I make a very good grip on his arm and he has no lever to move his arm out. Try, Chris, a little bit. His lock, especially when I grab the belt and keep tight here. But if for some reason he let go the arm, yeah, and the arm is still here, look, it's too easy for me to grab, to go for some choke, and also I'm here, as soon as he start to move, go move the arm, it's the perfect time for the mounted position. As much as he drive the arm, as much as he reach the perfect time for the mount. And also, another very good way for the mount is when you have the knee in the belly. But that's a different mount. You have to pay attention because we're not going to be in the side mount. We're going to be like front to him. So basically, yeah, we are here. And now I have to pay attention because look his elbow. His elbow is here. I have my body in the middle of that. I'm going to do the same procedure for the knee and the belly. But now pay attention. My hand, my other arm is going to make a lock. I don't need to go deep. I don't need that. I just want to make sure that he's going to keep the elbow here. That's why I just do this and here. And what I'm going to do now is the same procedure in the knee and the belly. I'm going to scoop, knee and the belly. But look at now. Look how's my body. Look how low am I. I don't even stand the leg. I don't do this. No. I don't want that because my goal is go for the mount. I don't want him on knee in the belly. I just here, flat. Look how flat am I. Look how my chest is lower here. Look, I'm here. And now, that's what I talked about lock the guy before. I don't give space for him to move. That's why I make it really easy for me to go for the mount. The guys, usually when I hear, they put their knee, go to the mount, and the guy block. The guy block, why? Because you don't block him. You don't lock his body. You don't lock his hips. That's why he always going to trap one of your legs. In our case right now, we are here. Look how low am I. Look at my leg. Look at my body. Try to put this arm there, Chris. He can't. I'm locking him. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to slide my knee. Look, the knee is slide before the feet. That's why you always going to get in the half guard. Because everybody here want to rush. And that's when the knee is here. You are here, sometimes did a good job. Some people just get in here very good. But then they don't even have the knee over. They just try to pass. And so they lock. And it's going to start a taller and different game. So as soon as I'm here, look, I drive my knee. And now, even if he wants to block, it's done. I'm already in the mount position, really comfortable. So I'm here, with my base, sit on him, knee in the belly. Drive, take advantage. As soon as I mount, of course the guy's going to react to try to put on the half guard. And so the first thing I do, I just lift a little bit, and back to the mount again. Now, Chris, as soon as I mount, you're gonna try to trap, and I'm gonna do fast.
Okay.
For this. Yeah, here, in the belly. Look how my knee, look how far is my knee. You have to understand, and it has to be really far. I cannot mount from here, what everybody usually do. We drive the knee all the way here. Now I go for the mount. As soon as I mount, look, you see, I block him, and then I back again. Okay? One more time. And the mount position. A point that has to be really clear in your mind, that's the time that I'm here with my knee. And I drive to the mount. Look how low is my knee. My knee cannot be that low, because that's when he moved the escape and put me in the half guard. So as soon as I mount, he tried to go. I raise, my knee when drops up. That's why I try again, Chris. He's not able to reach the half guard. So you have to be able to switch and back higher with your knee when you're gonna go for the knee in the mount. So here, we jump, raise the knee, here, look how high. Now I'm really safe because he cannot reach my feet from there. Let's gonna take a look about some particular situations in the bottle, and also it's gonna change a lot of what you have seen, because my idea, I don't want to give space and I don't give a chance for the guy lock myself from the bottle. I want to sure that I have the perfect angle to escape anytime I want. And so no matter how the guy is gonna grab me, I have to be ready for escape without giving him the lock that he needs, without him giving some weapons to drive my body around to keep me locked. So let's gonna take a look first about some usual mistake that everybody does when try to escape. First of all, forget about escape when your hand is here, because here you lock yourself. You are locking the game. The other hand too cannot be on him, because it's easy for him to trap your elbow. Trap my elbow, Chris. I'm locking myself. Even if I'm really strong, I'm not gonna be able. Move over here. Look. Look how high is my elbow. My elbow cannot be that high. It's too easy for the guy to block me. Another thing, like I told you in the half guard, guys, I can never let the guy go around my neck. I limited half of my escape, half of everything. And also, as soon as the guy's here, I cannot push the guy. It's not what's gonna make me escape. Of course, sometimes you can escape, but it's not gonna make you a better fighter, a better jiu-jitsu player. You don't want to expend too much energy. You want to be gentle when you escape. You want to make the guy feel that you know what you're talking about, what you're doing, what's your point, and what really works for you. And everything when you escape from the crossbody is a really short movement. It's a really small movement. It's not a big piece. That's what makes easy for me the things. So let's go and remember the concepts about the crossbody. The first thing, my head always on the ground. Try to go around my neck, Chris. Everybody that wants to try to escape, the first thing they do is this. They give the head. You cannot give this chance for the guy. So your head, no matter if you want to escape for the crossbody, always on the ground. Go, Chris. That's how I work. You see, and my hand helps too. It's not only my head on the ground. My hand is here. Look. I don't raise my hand because I don't want to give my elbow to him. I just keep here. Here. Look, head on the ground. You see how I limited his move? He cannot do too much without hold my head, and this arm is dead. He has nothing with the arm. I'm just here taking my time. Okay? The other arm, always with me. All my arms together. I never do this. No. Not even any situations that I'm going to escape. My elbow, you're going to check that my elbow never going to do this. I'm going to keep my elbows tight all the time. And that's what I'm going to make successful my escape. And the time that I'm going to use is the time that he's going to give me. When he moves, that's going to be the momentum that I'm going to go for the escape. The strongest leverage that you have is your hips. So you have to take advantage for that. Everybody worry too much about how hard you're going to push the guy to create this space. And what makes you create a space is not how hard you push, it's how hard you bump. And I'm going to tell you how. When I'm here, Chris, when I'm here, I'm in the right spot. I'm protecting myself. I don't let the guy mount. And now my idea is not push. Instead of push, you're going to bump over your shoulder. You bump always over your shoulder. Like this. That's the move for escape for the most of the position. Look my arms. I'm not giving him nothing. I'm all locking. And now I'm going to scoop my hips back and connect. Elbow and the knee. That's the place that I want to be. From here is that we're going to start the escape. But like I said, I have to lock myself in a position that I'm comfortable to go to the escape. And that's why it's going to make it easy for me. After I do that, that's what I'm going to go for the usual escape. Put the guy in the guard. Belly down. And that's what I'm going to be so easy for that. For some, let's go to do this in practice. Chris, over here. Stay in the side, Chris. You cross body. Yeah. So the first thing here, look, my arm is here, my arm is here, my head is down. Look, even if he's tying on me, if I try to do this, it's gonna take too much. If I try to scoop my hips, he follow me all the time. If I try to put my elbow in, I don't move. That's why I'm gonna bump inside him and over my shoulder. So I'm here, I just bump. Look, he cannot avoid me for that. And that's when I move my hips and connect. As soon as I connect here, keep on the crossbody, Chris. He has no leverage. Go, Chris, keep on the crossbody. That's when I go for escape. Stay in the bottom a little bit, Chris. As soon as he bump and connect, yes. That part here, I don't have an angle for that. I don't have an angle. I don't have an angle to get in. I miss my connect with his body. I don't have more, let it go. I don't have more this to keep me on the cross. As soon as he bump and connect, look, I miss everything. And now it's up to him. Put on the guard or belly down. Yes. And escape from the crossbody. And what is very important about the crossbody escape is that no matter how the guy is on the top of you, you're going to do the same escape. Lay down, Chris, please. Suppose I'm inside like this. You can, for some reason, think, oh, now he's going to have to switch. Now he's going to have to do something different to escape. No, it's the same thing. Remember the bump? Bump over the shoulder, Chris. Escape. Connect. Yes. And now decide guard or decide if you want to go there. Good. Switch again. I'm in the side mount now. The guy say, now change. The same thing. Bump over the shoulder, Chris. Scoop the hips. Connect. The connect is the most important thing that you can have. Look, I cannot get in here. Sometimes you say, but you push the leg and you connect, but that's the time. If I do this, it's the time. I just need a glimpse of second to escape. I don't need too much. That's why no matter what happens, stay in the ground, Chris. No matter what happens, the perfect thing is the connect. As soon as I connect, I got it. I don't need to worry about too many things. Of course, we're gonna take a look about some different grips, but as usually, your main thing is the connect. The head on the ground, the elbows together, no space, the fan as soon as I'm here, because when he bump, look, he drives my body. I cannot move back. That's when he scoop, and create the space to put in the guard. Of course, you're gonna ask to me, oh, but if the hand is here, the hand is there, the hand is there, it's another story. But everything is gonna come from here. Everything is gonna start from here. And that's what we're gonna take a look next. Make sure you understand the exactly concept about that. I'm protect, I bump, scoop my hips, connect, and from here, I start to see what's better for me without giving more his space for him. But of course, sometimes you have to take a look about some grips that the guy do, because it's very important to know what's going on in the situations. And sometimes, even if you don't want, the guy has a good balance, has a good move, and also you give the head and he get a good grip, and you have to be able to escape from that. So the most common position here is when the guy get your neck and get your leg right here, or go under. Yes, like this, and hold you like this. But you see, I don't change the mentality of my body, of the things that I want. I want the arms together and be here. What's gonna happen here? A lot of people say, hey, but you kick the leg, you start to go escape. It's not gonna happen, because all the weight of the guy is on you. You have everything against you, and also you lock yourself here. So what you're gonna do here, remember about the bump over the shoulder, is exactly what you're gonna do here. But now I'm gonna use my hand on his shoulder to block a little bit. So we're gonna do this. You see how just a little move changed the whole situation now? Now he doesn't control my body. Look, I feel that I can move for him. And what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna push. Look, but you see, I don't push this. No, it's not like this, guy. I'm not gonna give my arm to him. I just keep here. I just move it. Look. And now I'm gonna go with my leg over my shoulder. Remember that in the beginning we do this. Now we're just gonna push and escape for that. Sometimes you have an idea that the guy can go to your back, but in fact he can't, because when I'm doing this, look, I move his body. Even if he keep going to me, keep going to my back. I already escaped so far. So here, he block. Here. Look how important. Let me go, Chris, for a second. That's what I want to do. Some people do this, but it's not up. I have to make sure that I just do this, and my body do this, because that's the time that I use to go over. So he holds, I hold. Here, look, I feel my arm has to be on his chest. That's the place that I want. And now we're going to push and go for that. Now we're going to do in the real speed for you to take a look about that. And Chris, you're going to try to take my back. It's really hard because I'm really ahead on him, and he has to compensate the time. If the only way he's going to get my back is if his chest, move here a little bit, is if his chest is on my chest. If I try to do from here, it's okay, yes. Here he can get my back. But that's why it's very important the shoulder, guys. The thing in the shoulder here is the most important thing in this position. As soon as I do this, look, I already one move ahead of him. And that's why it makes it easier for me to complete the escape from the crossbody. we have always to pay attention how the guy is holding us, because that's going to determine what kind of escape we're going to do. Of course, we just pass through this, where the guy just release, go around, spin around. Yes. Back again, Chris. We just pass when you are here, go bump over the shoulder, connect, scup the hip, put in the guard. And now we're going to pass in the last variation. When the guy is here, when he put the hand over my body and he hold the leg. Because look right now, he cannot do more the bump inside, do the bump inside. He can't, because now the leg, my hold here is blocking him a lot. And also he cannot go over the shoulder because my arm here is blocked. So you must have a different option right now. What bothers us the most is not this arm, because this arm he still can move. Yeah, he still can move my arm. The problem here is the grip on the leg. That's very hard to get out from that. That's why we developed this escape to break this grip. If he just try to spin around, Chris, he's not gonna get. I have so many levers to grab him here. That's why his procedure, he's gonna come with the hand on his shin, and that's when he's gonna break my grip, because it's gonna be between his leg and my arm. And that's what, this time now, it's easier for him to scoop the knee up and break my grip, because he create a leverage between his leg and my arm. So the idea here, we're gonna be here, I'm gonna be holding here. Of course, the guy's gonna try to hold as tight as he can, because the guy here wants to survive for the position. He wanna be on the top. He don't wanna miss the opportunity to be here. So Chris is gonna slide the arm, hold the chin. As soon as you hold the chin, you stop for a second, and now you start to scoop to break the grip. As soon as you break the grip, you slide the arm, and you just switch the legs and complete the escape. One more time. Of course, if in the middle of the thing, go there, Chris, I feel that he's doing that, and I switch, of course you're going to switch the escape too. There's no reason for you to keep more doing that. You're just going to switch for the previous one. So you must have the feeling when is the time to switch, because when you go for this, the guy's going to start to feel, oh, I'm not in a good spot. I have to do something different. That's why sometimes if you keep insisting the same escape, it's going to be hard for you to get it conclude. So that's the time that you're going to just take your time, think what's going on, and don't forget that you have the spin, you have this one, and you have the bump and the connect. So one more time, we are here, he connects on his chin, scoop the hips, break the grip, and complete the escape. Let's fix now some problems about the concepts of the knee and the belly. Because a lot of people get panic when they get the knee and the belly, and they don't pay attention about the aspect that you have to follow when you're going to escape from the knee and the belly. Basically, we have two very effective escapes from the knee and the belly. But like I said, everything is how your body moves. It's not just how you push, how you try to survive on the things. So let's going to take a look about the two principal escapes of the knee and the belly. The knee and the belly, please, Chris. The first thing here, guys, every time the guy put the knee in the belly, the first thing, I cannot accept to push his knee with this arm. Especially because he has arm lock, he can go here, he has kimura, he has chokes here when I push. He has so many variations, so many attacks, that's going to make it harder for me to keep going for the escape. Sometimes I can escape, but I can tell you it's just lucky, because, or the guy is late. Because in the real training, if you get a guy really good, it's not going to happen. So first, I have to figure out, is his knee deep enough? Is his knee just a little bit? That's when you're going to figure out which escape you want. And also, before you start to escape, you have to prepare your escape. That's what's going to make successful for you. So look, here he has a very good base. I try to push him, I try to move him, I can't. So I have to break his base. I have to make him insecure about where he is. That's why I'm gonna remember what's my strongest levels, my hips. So I'm gonna drive my hips. I'm gonna move. Look how I make him walk. You see how he's insecure now about what's going on just for me to move? Put again. Put a good knee in the belly, Chris. Yes. Look, he's already insecure about that. That's when I'm gonna lock with my elbow. I just make it, I create an insecurity on him and lock with my elbow. What am I gonna do now? I'm gonna push? No, remember, we never push. We work with our body. That's why now I'm gonna scoop my hips as much as I can, as far as you can, and try to put your elbow down to the ground. And that's when you're gonna create this space to escape. Because even if you stay here, put the knee, Chris, please, and you do this, he's still on you. You have nothing. You have nothing. That's why your bodies that make the job. Your bodies that make the positions possible. That's why your body do this. Look the difference. Look my lock here. Look how I scoop my hip. Look the space. And that's the escape that I want. Real speed now, Chris. Knee. That's a moment, that is a glimpse of second that he is really not sure what's going on. That's when you're going to create the space to spin around and escape from the knee. Put the knee. Some people like to use the hand here, but I don't like because lock my body. Look, I don't want my body lock. Look my elbow. My elbow's too down. I don't create it. He still keep moving for me. That's why I do here. When I do this, I really lock him. Put the knee, Chris. When I put here, look, my body, even if he wants, he doesn't have the control of my body because his knee is not more on me. If my hand is here, his knee is still on me. I'm driving too much energy. Bump, connect, move your hips, and create the escape. Now the guy has his knee a little bit deeper, and so you don't want to keep him with the same escape because now we're going to expose our back. That's why you have to feel and have the feel where is the time to stop and switch for the next one. So I'm here, put the knee, Chris. But now see how deep it is. Even if I bump, look how I have to move. I don't have this chance. It's too much. It's too much. I have to turn. Here he's going to mount. He's going to go for my back. He has so many actions. So there's no reason for that. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bump up. That's why I insist about the bump, because that's what creates my space. I bump up, and that's when I slide my hand to his back. I'm going to move to make you see what is going to happen here. With the knee, Chris. You see, now it's here. Yeah. Now it's very deep, the knee. I cannot see what's going on here. Look, that's why I lift. Look, when I hip, I have space for my hand pass. You can grab any place you want. Here, here, here. And the most of the people try to push the guy. We don't want to push the guy. We want to scoop the hips back. And then just move a little bit with him. One more time, Chris, in this angle now. You dip the knee. I cannot do that. I bump up, hold whatever I can. Just move. Now scoop my hips as much as I can. And look, he has no base. And now I just approach him a little bit and complete that. A lot of people give a lot of credit to the push. But the push is just a detail. It's just what's going to make it easier. But the basic thing is how you drive the hand and how you scoop the hips in the moment that he tried to keep the knee in the belly. So as soon as he tried to keep the knee in the belly, I look, I bump, hold. And now is the most important thing, how I scoop my hips. Look, he's almost falling. I just, a little bit. And that's how I do that. Let's go and see for a different angle. knee in the belly, too deep. I cannot move. I can just bump. Hold here. Scoop. Look how he's missing the belly. And I just complete a perfect escape from the knee in the belly.